Here's what I did this week on the farm. My parents are still in town and they did some major work on the CoolBot. Elizabeth also helped out when she was here. She also helped me out with harvesting for one of my two markets that I went to this week. One that's going to be every other Tuesday in Aurora, and my regular Canby market on Saturdays. I came up with a new salad blend for this week. Elizabeth helped me out with it. It's called the Stacked Blend. It includes Swiss chard, tatsoi, A is just A, cilantro, and kale. It honestly is really good. I think the cilantro makes it sweet in a way I wasn't expecting, and I'm a big fan of it. What I do when I come up with the salad blends is I just kind of, as I'm harvesting for other things, I'll just like roll up a few different leaves of stuff to trial them out with things. I really want to use sorrel and cilantro in something, but I'm still waiting for enough sorrel to be popping up to make it worth it, I guess. It's really been fun coming up with different salad blends. I think it's going to be what kind of sets me apart at market once more farmers are there, and there's more produce available across the different stands. So it's been fun coming up with this as well. I also was able to harvest my first batch of flowers for bouquets. I'm calling this type of bouquet a foraged bouquet. It's just using different flowers and grasses that I find either in the field on my property or like the byproducts of deadheading, because it doesn't take any resources to maintain the flowers that I'm using for these bouquets. I'm able to charge less for them. And my plan is just to set a time limit, get as many flowers as I can in that time period, and then make as many bouquets as I can out of that. I'm only charging 7 for these. So they're a bit on the smaller side and they have more of like a wildflower look to them, but I think that's fitting with my brand. So I'm happy with them. I'm excited to be able to start having more flowers as I go. I'm also going to be including small bouquets with my CSA pickups maybe every other week. So I'm excited to be able to have an outlet for that. It's like a creative way to express yourself, and I like flowers, so it's fun. There was also an unexpected strawberry and cherry harvest on the farm this week. I don't know what all the fruit trees are in the back here. I'm still kind of going to be figuring it out as the season goes on. But there were bird cherries in the far back, and then in the backyard, there were just like regular old cherries that I was not expecting at all. And my dad was able to make some ice cream with them, which was very fun. And yeah, I'm excited to see what more fruit there is to harvest in the future. And there were also strawberries in the field. I knew there were strawberry plants there, but I just like didn't maintain them at all or try to figure anything out about them. And I had mowed the area and it revealed to me all of these beautiful strawberries. So we were able to harvest a bunch last week. And then this week, Elizabeth helped me pull all of the plants that were in the area. It's my next patch that I'm going to occultate. So once Elizabeth removed all those strawberry plants, I was able to go in and do a closer mow so that I can spread the tarp out and then get that ready. Hopefully, I'm hoping it'll only take 2 months now because it's going to be so much hotter instead of about 4 months, which is what it took before. But I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll just be for fall produce or at least my baby greens. It'll help give me a little more space for that. My dad also helped out with mowing in my backyard, because the grass just was getting really crazy and I didn't have time to prioritize that. So I appreciate him for that. I also got the wash station a little bit more progressed by laying out rocks on the floor. The plan originally was going to be to load up wheelbarrows and do it, which would have taken forever. And then my dad and I realized I could use my tractor. So I used the bucket and I just spread it out that way. And it went so fast and it was really fun. And I love my little tractor. I was also able to transplant a new bed with bok choy, spinach, and lettuce. And I also added marigolds to the ends of all my beds. It's supposed to help deter rodents. So we'll see how that goes. They're also edible. So I want to include the petals of edible flowers in my different salad blends to make them pretty. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that. I hooked up irrigation line to my newly made beds and attached it to my new riser. It was very exciting. It saves so much time each day just not having to walk so far to turn the water on and off, especially when it's like, oh, there's a leak here. Now I have to go back. It just like, yeah, it's saving me at least an hour every day. I'm very excited about it. And I'm just very excited. And I also moved more plants to the hardening off area, making the greenhouse like pretty empty. So I'm excited to fill that up with more seedlings next week. I moved all my tomatoes. I'm a little behind. I need to get those in the ground pretty soon. And I also moved my eggplant and beets and amaranth and fennel and lavender. I almost forgot the lavender and basils. So I'm excited to seed up next week and get my tomatoes in the ground. And yeah, that's what I did this week. Before I let you go, I'm gonna give you some content corner. This week I watched the new season of Four Seasons. It is so good. I really love that show. I love watching people have friendships. I just think it's like really important. And I think people's focus, yeah, I just thought I loved it. I really loved it. And there was this one episode that Steve Carell was in, and it made me cry. As I said, love when a show makes me cry. So it is what it is. And it's just like really about like the beauty of friendships and how important they are when you get older and the reality of love and relationships. And I just love that show. I really love it. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. And I've been listening to the new season of Dr. Death and also catching up on the old season that I missed. The old season is about a doctor who's like a really people keep saying he's a fake magician, but it sounds like he was also just a magician. Like I don't understand the fake part of it because yeah, I don't know, but it and he's faking results for a medical trial on a cure for AIDS. So pretty dark, but good like good. I really love Dr. Death. I think it's like good investigative journalism. There's one season that was like crazy gruesome about like spinal surgeries that kind of it was like I was getting a little queasy listening to it. These aren't as gnarly as that, but they're just as sad and dark. That's what I've been listening to, and that's what I've been doing. And I'll catch you back here next week for week 23. I also saw the White Rabbit again before my Canby market. And I think it does bring me good luck because I tend to do very well on the markets after I see it. So fingers crossed I keep seeing him.